to become nun. Don't need to wear this. Oh, I'm not used to anymore. I am tired. So I wear something, make me awake a little bit. It helps, you know, it helps. You like it, this kind of dress? How many people like it? No, really. I did not like it. I just wear it because I'm supposed to wear this today. I'm supposed to, that's all, okay? The secret is like that. They chose a dress for me. You know, if there is another better, maybe they would have chosen it for me. I mean, the goddess of dressing. So it's quicker for me. I don't have to stay there in the minimal, this for one, this for you, you know. So I said, please help me. There's too many dresses here, pick one. And I said, this one, okay. Thank you very much. Good, very good. All right. This is still live again, right?
Yes.
Okay. So be careful what you say, all right? Everybody hears it. The whole world is listening. I thought I escaped Supreme Master Television, and now I'm sitting here alive again. At least that means I'm alive. Okay, yesterday one of your sisters said that if you go to South Africa from Europe and you don't have to vaccine your dog. Is she still there? Yeah. She said that, right? Don't believe it. It's not like that. Oh, it's not true. It's like you can take your dog and then go now. No, it's not like that. You have to apply and wait for the permission. So no wonder, yeah. Okay, so we put South Africa on hold, okay? Don't just run there with your dog and blame me, yeah? I mean, everybody gives you different information. It's not always correct. That's why I told her to check on the internet, and there it is. It's not like that. It's complicated. It's not like that. It's not that easy. So forget South Africa for now, okay? Don't think about it. The reason I stay around Europe because it's easier, you know? You don't have to go through checkpoints anymore, and you can take your dogs anywhere as long as you drive. And Europe is not that big. Drive around and with my dogs. Everything is better like that. We finished this already, right? Yeah. We have another story for fun. You like? Huh? Yes or no? I don't hear nothing. Yes? I'm kidding. I heard I'm not deaf. Enough. How can I not hear you? Even you don't speak. You're very loud, people. I hear you day and night, 24/7, yeah? Not just 7-Eleven, but 24/7. I check out how big is it before we start, you know? Yeah. It's good when you have just a short story or a short chapter and then go to the next, you understand? Maybe this kind of short, maybe. Okay. There were two chapters next to each other. One is knowing the conditions of karma, and the next one is knowing the retribution. So, talk about karma first or the retribution? Karma. One by one, huh? Yeah. And if we have to go, then we read it, the rest, you know, maybe another 10 years or something afterward. You really like to hear Buddhist Sutra? Yes, Master. I have a lot more. This is the only Earth-store Bodhisattva Sutra. And it's this much. There are Medicine Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, Sakyamuni Buddha, a lot. He himself is a lot, because he lived here before. And nobody obstruct him while he was speaking. He go from one country to another, free like a bird. and talking whatever he liked. No king ever come and make trouble for him, no mayor come and threat to kick him out, or his disciples, yeah? Yeah. You already have the main things, the main precious substance in you already. Yeah, you got it. You got the initiation, you got the connection with heaven already. Everything else is secondary. Contemplating the karmic conditions of beings. Because you're looking at me, so I'm busy looking at you, I forget everything. Yeah, all day I'm thinking of everything but work, anything but work. Then I forgot my dog behind, he's trailing behind me, he wants to come. We have to put him nearby, because he's alone there, I will not know what happened to him. I don't care if the house gone, but my dog cannot go. So we put him nearby, it's safer, yeah? Not like he had to stay in my hut and take care of the hut, no. You have to come here whenever I'm here, nearby. In the lower level of the house, yeah, it's better. Nearer to us, no? Anything happen, we know. Yeah, I protect my dog, The other 3 dogs stay there all the time, but the big dog only come when I'm here. Only yesterday it was kind of, I don't remember what was happening. It was raining or something. Then I left him behind, but later, attendant bring him here also. It's all the time. So, too much trouble for the dog, then okay. Just take some time to look for another place. Europe is small, but not that small. There are big lands somewhere. Just that we have to find some beautiful places. All right, contemplating the karmic conditions of beings. We should realize the past masters, monks and nuns and scholars who have taken time to record the Buddha's teaching after the master's nirvana, and also for the past and present persons, lay or monks or nuns who have really dedicated themselves, sacrificed their time and precious health or under any difficult situation to translate this so that I can read it to you. And we have to thank them. And may they be blessed forever by all the Buddhas, past, present, and future. May their merit be immense. May they be liberated forever. Thank you. According to Buddhism and the believer and the tradition, when you read sutra and all that, you have to put on incense, flower, and bow to the sutra first and thank all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, all respectfully, before you read it, okay? And then you cover the sutra also with silk or beautiful cloth, and I just make it more popular, yeah, more easy, simple. And I apologize to all the Buddha. I say if I done something wrong, according to the tradition, my heart is full of respect. It's just that I cannot always do that. So please, all the sin, whatever I've done wrong, is all on me. At least other people, they hear the names of the Buddha, according to the sutta, they will get benefit. Yes. At that time, the Buddha's mother, Lady Maya, not mean the Maya, but her name, yeah, her name is Maya. What does it mean, Maya, in Hindu? M-A-Y-A, yeah. Nothing, no mean nothing.
Wealth, money.
Wealth and money, oh, good, yeah. No wonder she's a queen. Who can be more wealthy? Who can have more money, right? Okay. Wow, maybe we all change our name. Yeah, look at all the big people. They have a name similar to money. All of your men change to Bill. Okay. If you're not sure, you just say Bill. The first name Bill, the second middle name Bill, the last family name Bill. That is so sure. Yeah, it's funny. Okay, enough of that. Otherwise, they think we're trying to, imitate them and, be a concurrent or something. Yeah. Okay, at that time, the Buddha's mother, Lady Maya, Queen Maya, placed her palms together respectfully and asked Earth Store Bodhisattva, "Great sage, could you tell us about the different kinds of karma that beings of Jambudvipa create and the resulting retribution that they undergo?" This means from this world, from the earth. That's a name for this planet. They also call it Saha or Samsara. Okay? Yeah. And we call it Earth. A planet blue. Okay? Yeah, this is the same name. Yeah. These two, you must remember, they are in the heaven now, okay? In the second heaven, second level of consciousness, which is bordering the third level, almost at the third level. So you can also say it's the third level. So the Earth Store Bodhisattva replied, "There are millions of worlds and lands that may or may not have women, may or may not have health, may or may not have Buddha Dharma in the teaching of the truth, of the enlightened ones, and so on and so forth. To having or not having sound hearers, Kuan Yin, hearer or contemplating is the same. So sound contemplator or sound hearer, or sound meditators, same. Sound, the inner sound, yes? Because if the Buddha meant sound hearing from the outside, musical and all that, then he wouldn't have forbidden the people who do the retreat with monks, who receive the 8 ways of purification, not to go out dancing, not to listen to music. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah, I just make it clear to you that it's really the inner sound that Buddha meant, Because in the Buddha's time, also way of life for the monks and nuns, they should not listen to music. They should not go and watch theater. Maybe occasionally, it's a special occasion when the Buddha is there, and they just make a party, a little music for him, okay, but they don't specifically go out and buy music or go to watch music like all of us, or went out not to watch like pop singing and all that stuff. So this is clearly the inner sound, okay? Proof enough?
Yes.
Believe me now?
Yes.
Always.
Okay. May or may not having sound hearers or Pattaikya Buddhas. Since the worlds differ, the retributions in the hells also differ. Lady Maya spoke again to the Bodhisattva. Could you please tell us about the offenses done by those in Jambudvipa that result in retributions in the evil destinies? Earth Store replied, so she specified just for this world, because so many worlds differ, and she's from the earth. She just passed away and went to heaven. So of course she's more interested in the world. And she asked that for the sake of earthling, since that's where her home was, and her children and grandchildren and her husband, etc. are still there, of course, yes. And you asked for your own country's sake, right? Yeah. Because so many, countless world and countless planet, the queen cannot sit there forever and ask the Bodhisattva to report to her all that. And also not interesting for us. She asked because she's from here. Okay. Well, thanks to her that we have this. We thank you, Mother Buddha. Okay. Earth Store replied, worthy Mother, please listen as I speak briefly about that. The Buddha's mother answered, great sage, please tell us, we listen. Then Earth Store Bodhisattva said to the worthy mother, retributions that result from offenses done in Jambudvipa are described like this. Beings who are not filial to their parents, even to the extent of harming or killing them, will fall into the uninterrupted hell, where for billions of eons They will seek escape, but in vain. I mean, they can never get out of that. Uninterrupted hell doesn't mean that the punishment are uninterrupted, but meaning it's forever. It go on forever. Yeah. Meaning never stop. That kind of hell, non-stop. Yes. Not just interrupted like have a break or something, not, but go on forever. Another sin, that is for parents, yeah? If you're not filial to your parents, this is also good that you know. Okay? In case you still have parents, be respectful, be kind, be protective, yeah? Be filial to them. This is the first sin. This is a second sin. Beings who shed the Buddha's blood slander the triple jewel, Buddha Sangha teaching, and do not venerate sutras, meaning do not venerate the teaching of the Buddha, which is in written word, yeah, will fall into the uninterrupted hell, where for billions of aeons they will seek escape in vain. Same. Killing parents, harming parents, killing parents are worse, and harming Buddhas, disrespectful to the Buddha, the Sangha, and the teaching. Same stuff. Slander, slandering the Buddha or the Sangha or the teaching. Yeah. Beings who usurp or damage the property of the eternal dwelling, who defile bhikkhus and bhikkhunis, mean monks and nuns of the high order, who commit sexual acts within the Sangharama, mean within the ashram, or who kill or harm beings there, will fall into the uninterrupted hell, where for billions of aeons they will seek escape in vain. Same stuff. Beings who seem to be shramanas, but in their minds are not shramanas, who destroy the things of the eternal dwelling, meaning in the ashram of the Buddha, the temples, who deceive lay people, who go against the precepts, and who do many other evil deeds, will fall into the uninterrupted hell, where for billions of aeons they will not be able to escape. Beings who steal the wealth and property of the eternal dwelling, just say ashram, okay, of the Buddha, the ashram of the Buddhas, including its grains, its food and drink, its clothing, or take anything at all that was not given to them, from the Sangha ground, so Sangha ashram, will fall into the uninterrupted hell, where for billions of aeons they will not be able to escape. Whew. Scary, huh? I didn't know that was so scary. Would you like to continue?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes or yes or yes? Yeah. You want or not want? I don't force it upon you. Yes or no? You really want it?
Yes. Yes, Master.
Okay. Don't blame me if it gets scarier. If you steal something from someone else, and you won't fall to hell like this, you understand? But it depends on what you steal also, yeah? If you steal and make people hungry and die of starvation because of no money left, then maybe you could go into this hell, but maybe you can escape or lesser hell, yeah? But if you steal things from the Buddha or taken things that's not given to you from the ashram, then it's like that. Yeah, when the Buddha was alive, people can make offering to the Sangha, yeah? Be it medicine or clothing for new monks, and or to replace the old clothes for old monks, etc. If somehow anyone who steals anything from that, medicine, clothes, or anything, without asking permission, without being given, then that's a very great sin, yes? Because why? Because the Buddha and the Sangha, they're pure, they're enlightened, saints, and they just don't have anything anymore. They left everything, they sacrificed everything. They deny themselves everything for the sake of all beings in the world as well as in heaven. So these beings, you must take care of them, not take things from them. So that's why. Because if you harm them, meaning you harm all beings in the world and the universe, yes? If they have no more health to take care, to continue the teaching, then of course all beings be harmed, right? The blessing be gone if they die, yeah? And of course, other Buddha will come, but who knows? Maybe the karma is so great on this planet, other Buddha will not come for many other eons of time. In the nature, it's like this. For example, a pack of wolf, even wolf, the leader of the wolf pack eats first, and eats well first, and then the rest for the whole pack. Not because the leader is greedy or the whole pack is stupid. It's just that the leader has to be strong and well in order to lead the pack for their safety, their well-being, to take care of. He, the leader, must always be vigilant and take care of the whole pack. Therefore, he has to be strong, well-fed, ready for action. Capisco?
Yes.
All right, very good. But in South Africa, I just learned yesterday from your sister, because I invited her to my hut, and I gave her something to eat. She said, normally I give her, I do things, I pack, I do something and give it to her, a sandwich or peel fruit and that. She said, Master, it's okay you do that? I said, why not? I take care of my worker. She said, I should do it for you. I said, are you my boss? She said, on the contrary, the employee should take care. No, because I asked her to check something on the internet for me about the land, so I jokingly say, I'm your boss. I have to take care of my employee and worker. So she say, it should be the opposite. I say, not here. If you're not my boss, I take care. And then I give her a chair to sit, and then because I have to wash my hand, and the bucket under the sink is already full. I disconnect the pipe from the sink, the water will go to the waste channel. I disconnect it. So if I wash my face, I wash my hand, it goes into a bucket that I put underneath. It's almost full. So I carry it into the toilet area. Later I use it to flush, okay? And she said, Master, let me take care of that. Let me do it. I said, no, you sit there. You're my guest. You sit. You don't work here. And then I done it, and then I come back and put the empty bucket so I can wash my hand. So water go in. And after we both sit and say, it's weird, Master, it's weird. I said, what is weird? She said, it's weird to see you carrying things around while I'm sitting here eating. I said, what's weird about that? It's my work, it's my life. I do this all the time. Only when I cannot, it's too heavy, then I ask the attendant to help. She said, no, in Africa, we don't do this. The elderly don't work like this. If we are around, we help. So it's really a very good education. In India also similar. In Philippines similar. And many people look down upon this country thinking, oh, Africa, jungle, tribal stuff, developing world. No, they are really, really educated in important matters. Not in PhD, not in, whatever you call education in this world. Education in this world is very good, but the main point always emphasize that you have to learn well, so get a good job, and then you have a good wife, a good husband, or good money, and buy a house, and buy a good car, blah, 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 blah. Rarely anybody say you must learn well so that you can serve the world in more capacity. And people forget to educate children in proper manner, to respect elderly, take care of the parents. Nowadays, parents just a little bit old and then throw them in the old home. Visit once a month or maybe once every Christmas. And blah, 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 blah. Talking about goodness and all that. This is not right. This is not right. Yeah, our world is not all correct. Yeah? So if you go to Philippines, you must remember. I saw Philippine children, whenever they come home from somewhere, they go and touch the feet of the elderly. Yeah, like I'm home. I pay homage to you. You know, their parents or things like that. And if they go, they very respectfully say goodbye. And the Philippines, everybody think they send their people outside to work for labor and all that. Well, what can they do in their country? Don't have any. But to go out to work as a laborer or as housekeeper, using your hand to earn an honest living is not a shame. They're not going out to steal, they're not going out to kill, they're not going out to cheat people. They go out to work, to bring money home. Anywhere work is the same. What's the difference if you work in Philippines, this kind of country? So you go home, think about this. Treat the elderly or whoever needs you. Treat your parents respectfully. That doesn't mean you are uncivilized. That means you're very, 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 very extra civilized. If a human being doesn't know the basic courtesy to the persons, the first person they ever knew on this planet, the first friends they ever saw on this planet is their parents. The first persons ever nourished them, ever sacrificed for them, wake up all night to feed them, go to work all day to bring food on the table, then this human being is not worth it to call human. And no wonder if they don't treat the parents well, they should go somewhere else. You know, as the Bodhisattva says, should go to hell. If you're not filial in some lesser degree, then you probably don't go to this forever hell, just some other kind of hell. You have to learn. You have to go there to learn the suffering, to learn how your parents suffer by your rebellious action or words or impolite replies. There are still these minimum standards of goodness, to the parents at least. Yeah. Parents are the only first two friends you see in this world when you come out. And the two best friends that accompany you through your life. Yeah, so they are the best. You're lucky to still have parents. Go home and think about that, and think of how your mother, father have to wake up all day, all night for you and work all day and go through a lot of sacrifice just to bring you up, yeah, so that you're educated in the universities for just some worldly repeated knowledge. Rarely anyone teach you about God. But I'm not sure if the one who teach you about God knows anything about God. That is another problem. And then misinterpretation also about God. But it's okay, at least the name God is mentioned. Yeah? And God doesn't mind. As long as you remember somebody called God, and then in the time of trouble, or they pray every day before they sleep, then is also some goodness in it and some protection for them. But many families don't teach children this way. So when they have trouble or everything, they don't know where to turn to. The parents are not always there 24 hours. Nowadays they're both working. So if in time of desperation, they should know there is God, there's angels, there's Buddha, for their peace of mind. Yes. Research have found that people who believe in God, you know, who pray and all that, has more calmness and peace during time of emergency or in trouble, in sorrow time. They're more composed, more at ease. Earth Thor Bodhisattva continued, worthy mother, beings who commit such offenses will fall into the fivefold uninterrupted hell, where they will constantly seek for temporary relief from their sufferings, but will never receive even a moment's respite, not even a moment of rest. Lady Maya further asked Earth Store Bodhisattva, why is that hell called uninterrupted? The Earth Store Bodhisattva replied, worthy mother, the hells are all within the great iron ring mountain. The 18 great hells and the 500 subsequent ones each have their own names. There are hundreds of thousands more that also have their own names. The uninterrupted hell is found within a city of hells that encompasses more than 80,000 square miles. That city is made entirely of iron, metal. 10,000 miles above the city is an unbroken mass of fire. Within the city are many interconnected hells, each with a different name. There is just one hell called uninterrupted. The wall of that hell is 1,000 miles high. Can you imagine? And we think the Everest is high already. Totally made of iron and covered with a fire burning downward that is joined by a fire burning upward. Nowhere you can go. Incredible. Please rethink about how we react in this world. I read some of this before I went to the Himalaya also. I have one at home before. But I don't remember all this. Okay? Yes. For example, if I read about hell, I just say, okay, all of this about hell, so I read the next page and etc. And then I didn't have always much time. At night, when I have time, I read all this. I read the other sutra, the lotus, the medicine, the Amitabha, and this one. But don't always remember all of the detail. Yeah. So it's good for me to reread that again also. It's very interesting for me. No one, even the Buddha, will be able to know all this hell except the Bodhisattva earth store. I must tell you that. You know why? Because the Buddha don't always go to hell. He doesn't need to. He will ask someone else go for him. Or even if he go, he don't know all the detail. He don't go all over the hell because he has all the work to do on earth and heaven. So Bodhisattva earth store, he or she specialize in saving beings from hell. Whoever have just a little tiny grain of merit left, he would try to find excuse to rescue that being. Imagine he just went to hell once to look for his mother, just because he has such a power to contemplate on that Buddha name for one day, one night first. And then we go there. Of course, he's still thinking of that Buddha. Therefore, just that merit saved all the beings from hell that time. No matter how many beings go into whatever hell, it's never full. It's not like a prison, say, okay, we have no more space. No matter how. Just like heaven, no matter how many people go into one level of heaven, it's never filled. Jesus said, in my Father's house there are many mansions, but not just many mansions, limitless mansions. So don't worry that the Master initiates so many beings. How can they all go to heaven? You all go to heaven.
Thank you, Master.
Welcome. Welcome. Just don't give me a chance to have to go to hell to fish you out. Don't want that chance, okay? After reading all this, you should know better, huh? In case you forget. Yeah? In case you forget. It's not because Master gives you initiation, then okay, no matter, Master will rescue me anyway, so you can do what you want. It's not that. You have to consider other being, even if Master can help you. But if you hurt somebody else, that's not fair. That's not a gentleman way, understand, huh? Yeah. Okay, so try to be good and fair. For being a gentleman, gentlewoman's sake, not because Master can or cannot rescue you. Can. It's just not the way to do. Okay? If we cannot help others, at least do not hurt them. My God, this is really detailed. I read it 30-some years ago. Even if I read it, I won't remember all this, The iron wall on top, and iron all over, and burning from up and burning from down. Where would you go? If it's burning from down, maybe you jump up, and hide yourself up there. But if it's burning from up down, maybe you run, further. But no, both up and down fire. Oh, God. Oh, God, I wish that all beings never have to experience this. Never. They're just so ignorant, they're born in this world and they were badly educated, badly exampled, badly misled, and then punishing like this. This is too much. It's too terrible. Even though you shed this physical body and you are in the astral body when you're in hell, but doesn't mean you don't feel pain. You feel just the same, even worse than here. Because, for example, if here, emotion you can hide. For example, if he's sad, but he's smiling and that, I would not know because he's hiding. He's hidden inside, and all the wickedness and all that, you don't know, you don't feel it. But when you have nobody, this protected wall of the human body, then you feel everything, all the pain, suffering, worse, multifold worse. If somebody is your beloved family is suffering in pain, you feel it so much. But if you are in the physical body, your family say, no, I'm okay, then you don't feel it. But in hell or in the astral body, you feel everything. Feel very intensely everything. The wall of that hell is 1,000 miles high, totally made of iron and covered with a fire burning downward. My God, can you imagine? 1,000 miles fire upon you, and another one from down. Iron snakes and dogs spewing fire race back and forth atop that wall. So you can't go nowhere. Snakes and dogs are even there. Iron snakes and dogs spewing fire race back and forth. Make sure everywhere is burning all the time. In that hell is a bed that extends for 10,000 miles. One person undergoing punishment sees his or her own body filling the entire bed. So the suffering is more intense. It's more everywhere. When millions of people undergo punishments simultaneously, each one of them still sees his or her own body filling the whole bed. So big. That is how retributions are undergone by those with the same karma. What is more, these offenders undergo extreme suffering. Thousands of yakshas and other evil ghosts display fangs like swords and eyes like lightning as they pull and drag the offenders using their brass claw hands. Other yakshas, very wicked, evil, and ugly, Other yakshas wield huge iron halberds that they use to pierce the offenders' mouths and noses or stab their bellies and backs. Oh God. What is more, these offenders undergo extreme suffering. Thousands of yakshas and other evil ghosts display fangs like swords and eyes like lightning as they pull and drag the offenders using their brass claw hands. Other yakshas wield huge iron halberds that they use to pierce the offenders' mouths and noses or stab their bellies and back. They toss the offenders into space and then catch them by screwing them with the halberds, something like forks or something like that. Or they let them drop onto the bed. Iron eagles peck at the offenders' eyes and iron serpents wrap around their necks. Long nails are driven into all their limbs. Oh God, how terrifying. Must be terrible to be there. How pitiful. How inconceivable. What bloody hell like this? What kind of law is this? Oh God. Their tongues are pulled out, stretched. It's scary. And then plowed through. Their internal organs are gouged out, sliced and minced. Molten metal is poured into their mouths, and their bodies are bound with hot iron. Responses to their karma go on like that throughout thousands of deaths and rebirths in the same hell. They pass through millions of aeons seeking escape in vain. Oh God, how terrible. How terrible. How pitiful. Maybe it's terrifying, but maybe everyone should know. Otherwise they think they can do anything, they won't escape. I think they should know, okay? Even us, we should remind ourselves that nothing escapes the net of karma. When this world is destroyed, they find themselves in another world. When that world is destroyed, they pass to another one. When that world too is destroyed, they move on to another. When this world comes into being again, they return here. The situation involving uninterrupted retribution for offenses is like that. I mean, even if this world is destroyed and the hell that connected or belong to this world is destroyed, they will be transferred to another, just like prisoners. Sometimes these prisoners have problem or they have to repair or kaput, they transfer the prisoners to another prison, the same. They won't escape. My God. And sometimes a world is not destroyed for billions, eons of times. And then they continue forever like that. That's why the Bodhisattva say is uninterrupted. Never stop. Moreover, 5 karmic responses account for the name uninterrupted. What are the 5? First, it is said to be uninterrupted since punishment is undergone day and night throughout many aeons without ceasing for a moment. Second, it is said to be uninterrupted since one person feels it in the same way that many people feel it. Third, it is said to be uninterrupted since repeated punishments continue without cease throughout years that stretch into nayutas of aeons. Nayuta means unlimited, okay? Limitless aeon, or limited time. Unlimited time, limitless time, infinite time. Those punishments are inflicted by instruments of torture, such as forks and clubs, or by serpents, wolves and dogs. These are irons and manifested, It's not real. Not real dog, real serpent, but even worse. The dog or serpent bite you, you die once, maybe. But these, they keep biting, and you won't die. You just feel pain forever. Or by pounding, grinding, sawing, drilling, chiseling, cutting, and chopping. Or by boiling liquids, iron nets, iron ropes, iron asses, iron horses, or by raw hide bound around one's head and hot iron poured over one's body. And you think the prison on these planets are torturous. It's nothing compared to this. Or by meals of iron pellets and drinks of iron fluids. Fourth, it is said to be uninterrupted since everyone undergoes karmic responses based on their offenses they committed, whether they be men, woman, savages, old, young, honorable, or lowly, whether they be dragon, spirit, god, or ghost. Fifth, it is said to be uninterrupted since offenders continually undergo 10,000 deaths and as many as rebirth each day and night from the moment they first enter this hell, and on through thousands of aeons. During that time, they seek even a moment's relief, but it never happens. Only when their karma is finished can they attain rebirth somewhere else. Oh God. Erstwhile Bodhisattva said to the worthy mother, that is a brief description, even brief only. Imagine if it's long. Oh God, how pitiful. No wonder he vowed to save all beings in hell, because he saw all this, he knew all this. He feel the extent of their suffering. Even if we read it only, we feel terrified already. We feel the suffering for them already. How would it be if you really witness and hear their cry and saw the condition there? Erstwhile Bodhisattva said to the worthy mother, meaning the deceased mother of the Buddha in heaven, yeah? Just to remind you. That is a brief description of uninterrupted hell. If I were to speak extensively about the names of all the implements of punishment in the hells and all the suffering there, I could not finish speaking in an entire aeon. I mean, he could speak forever. An aeon is many billions of years. That he could not even finish if he wanted to describe everything in hell, all the instrument they use, and all the suffering there, different kind of suffering, then he could speak forever. After hearing that, Lady Maya placed her palms together sorrowfully, made obeisance, and withdrew. When I was in Taiwan, I remember. Yeah, I remember now. I did read this sutra because when I was in Taiwan, I don't remember read all or not, but I read some. Yeah. I remember in Taiwan, I was in a temple once. I stay in one temple, but then some nuns, somehow we know each other somehow. And then she invited me to her temple. And then I went there, and then sometimes she has to go and do in the reciting sutra for the dead people. Many monks in Taiwan do that. Yeah, and then they make offering to them and pay and all that. Also, yeah. So she said to me, "Would you like to come along?" And I come along. As I cannot recite the sutra, you do it. You know, it's your job. It's better. And I asked her if wherever she goes, do they put, normally after the death, they make food and all that offering to the dead person in the family, relatives or whoever, friends or something, whoever, yeah? Then I say, do they make vegetarian food for the deceased, to offer to the deceased or not? And sometimes some family do, but mostly they just cook chicken or whatever, normal. Because that's what the deceased ate when he or she was alive. So they cook the same and give it to them. And then I say, no, you have to tell them, make vegetarian before you come. The nun, the monk said to me, we don't say anything, we just go recite the sutra. I say, you must. Because in the Erstwhile Bodhisattva Sutra, it says that if a person dies, and then the relatives kill the animals or make animal food for them, then their karma will become heavier. And if they're supposed to go to heaven, then because of that karma, so I say in the Erstwhile Bodhisattva Sutra, the Bodhisattva said that if anyone dies, you should make vegan food to offer, because if you kill any animals in their sake, or make meat or fish offering, then the dead person karma increase. Or even if he's about to go to heaven, because of that, their journey to heaven will be delayed or maybe stopped. So they say, oh really? I say, yeah, you go look at Erstwhile Bodhisattva. She says she never read it. Yeah, this is some not very right concept. Nuns and monks are supposed to study sutra first, whatever they can first, so that they can talk to other beings. But it's just so easy to become monks and nuns and go recite any sutra and then, just Amitabha Sutra, whatever, easy, simple. And then so don't need to do anything more. It's not true like that. So I say, you have to tell them. And then one of the monks over there say, oh, you, Kristikava Bodhisattva, they call me. They think it's just an honorary kind of talk, So I remember now. So that means I read it. Yeah, some of the chapters say that. And also when you give birth to a child, mother and child should be fed by vegan. And thanking heavens and Buddha, that food should always be in vegan. The Buddha said that is better, safer for the mother and child. Because when the mother gives birth to the child, there are many yakshas, ghosts and evil spirits hanging around, wanting to take the blood from the mothers and the child when they were born. I remember that. maybe one day we will come to that chapter, and then you know that I read it. Therefore, we should not, even because it giving flesh and all that, they're also more attracted to that, and then maybe endanger the mother's and child's safety, because all this negative spirit energy surrounding them during the sensitive time of birth.
In Supreme Master TV,
Supreme Master TV,
in the quotes about vegetarianism in religion,
they also say this?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. I guess because I remind them somehow. Yeah. I didn't see that. I didn't see they do this. That's just good, so good they did that. Also, I tell them to search into many different sutra and religion to give quote, short quote. That's how it comes about. Yeah. And also, I tell them to do this pops up, all the famous people, or the muscle people who are vegetarian, the intelligent people. That's why they have all the pops up stuff. Many, yeah. It's good job. Good job. Okay. Okay. And this is the karmic retributions of being in this world. Wait a minute. How long it takes? Because when I read something, I like to finish it, Sure, it's quite long. No, not really. When it's one page, me only half a page, so it should be okay. Just look big, because they print only one side. It's okay. It's an urgent job. I tell them to print it quick. So next time, but we keep it okay like that. Okay. You still want to hear the retribution?
Yes.
Not scared yet? Okay. Karmic retributions of beings of Jambudvipa, planet Earth, humans. At that time, Earth-Star Bodhisattva said to the Buddha, "World honored one, because I received the awesome spiritual strength of the Buddha." He is so humble, huh? But of course all the Buddhas support him spiritually, energy, yeah? Yeah. So he can continue his job. I think the whole universe support him. Otherwise this is a very difficult job. To keep going up and down and hell, sapping your energies and strength, spiritual strength. Because I received the awesome spiritual strength of the Buddha, thus come one, I am able to divide my body and rescue beings who are undergoing karmic retributions everywhere in billions of worlds. If it were not for the great compassionate strength of the thirst come one, I would be unable to perform such changes and transformation. That's also correct, yeah? But it takes a good instrument. Even if the Buddha bless him, it takes a good person, good being to do this, yeah? Otherwise, if someone is not worthy, even the Buddha bless him, it's like the rain on the raincoat. Make no difference. The Buddha bless all the same. Just someone can receive more, someone receive less, someone receive nada, nothing. Now, the world honored one has entrusted me with rescuing and liberating beings in the 6 paths. It means the 6 suffering paths, yeah? Like a human being, those of the ghosts, different ghosts, the hungry ghosts, yaksa ghosts, and hell and all that, and animals. One of these 6 suffering paths is like that, yeah. Until Achita becomes a Buddha. I mean, from now until then, the Buddha entrusted him to continue his job. I accept the entrustment. The Bodhisattva say, okay, I can. Yes, we can. I'll do it.